Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, wonderful individual you. Today, I would like to speak about being inspired and having an inner liveliness and vitality in winter times. Especially in winter times, we human beings, unless of course we only follow what our senses direct to us, we actually become more alive in winter. Especially the spiritual becomes very much more vital in the winter, but it of course has to be embraced consciously. Take the Christmas tree, for example. It is a shining beacon in the darkness of night. And that is what the Christmas tree symbolizes. It symbolizes life and the birth. And you get that sense of the closer we get to the Christmas times and the closer we get to connecting to it spiritually and not only, surface level embracing the Christmas, but truly connecting to it in a real spiritual and intimate personal sense so that one can actually connect to the whole world and its life in these times. Yes, life on earth as a physical occurrence has receded into sleep in this earth and will come back again. And will come back again in spring. That is a given, really. But in winter, when we are in a state where our senses are deprived of otherwise beautiful colors and vital flourishing life as the spring and summer gives us, this life recedes into the earth, but it also recedes into us. We are very much alive. We do not go into hibernation. We are not necessarily less active in winter in our inner life. Our inner life becomes even stronger and more intense in winter. And for many, it probably is very, very difficult to really come to an understanding to. But to some, it is actually, I personally love winter. Winter is one of my favorite times because Christmas and, well, it is just beautiful being inside and having that cozy atmosphere when the snow is falling down. But having that sense of life within you and especially reaching more towards Christmas. So now the Christmas do not only comprise of the material, but you actually infuse it with warmth, love, life, birth. You truly infuse it with what Christmas is all about. And it is a very spiritual and alive period of the year. And that is why one has to choose to be alive in these times. We are not anymore given inspired bursts of extra energy, or no, one has to truly embrace it oneself in freedom. And that is where you can really appreciate both the Christmas, the Easter, the Whitsun, and Thanksgiving and Michaelmas and so on, to truly find out what every and one of these festivals truly is about, and what type of spiritual forces you can connect to behind them that infuses it with true reality. It is meant to honor and to revere and to praise the higher realms, right? And having that gratitude in your heart, having that love in your heart, to truly be grateful is a very, very strong ability, because you hold yourself to being grateful. When you do, you counteract anything that has to do with lack. So you do not misprioritize what you do in life. So whatever you push yourself to focus on and to have an intention on is what will grow within your being. And the more you immerse yourself in it, the stronger it becomes. And the spiritual within you. Remember, your higher three members are the higher members of your physical body, your etheric body, or your life formative forces, and your astral body and your ego. Your ego will always, it will only become deeper and wider and stronger, but it will reside within bodies that become more and more developed. And the higher members of our three other members of our three other beings, that means physical, etheric, and astral, will become spirit self, life spirit, and spirit man. And that will be the higher bodies of what our ego will reside within in future times, and it will not be physical. So spiritual abilities and spiritual faculties of contemplation is kind of outside of your body in a sense. You do not need to depend on your body necessarily to be able to utilize these inner insights. But as I said, we only are cultivating it in rudimentary, in the starting stages now, really. Spirit self can be very much so realized to a high degree this lifetime. But life spirit and spirit man is very much more difficult because that requires us to work down with our ego from our longings and our pleasures, pains, suffering, sorrows, and that is more of our spiritual nature, down into the etheric, into our habits, and into our thinking and our feeling and so on. And that is more difficult because remember, passions and pleasures and longings and such are more spiritual nature, but working all the way down into our physical being, I think you know yourself how difficult that is. So it goes in stages from the astral to the etheric to the physical, because first we need to change our perspective of everything, the way we see everything, so that our habits change, because everything follows. So we try to find the most healthy and loving and nurturing way we can live in this day and age, and find out what this day and age has to offer us in relation to, well, cognition. What kind of cognition we have now in relation to what we had before, and what are we meant to do with what we study and are given, and how we are meant to cultivate it further, and not just stay stuck in a certain place and become complacent. Never become complacent. I promise you, a spiritual kick in the butt would always ensue. So, and to have the ability to have the humility and to counter arrogance with being grateful that you are given all of these things, since none of us really are truly in deserving of any of these higher gifts, really, because, well, the world has become pretty imbalanced lately, and we have a lot of work to do, every one of us. We live on the same planet, and we will incarnate again and again until, well, this physicality falls away. But as I mentioned, we have higher members by then. We are higher spiritual beings by then. We have shed our physicality by then. That is the difference. One needs to remember it is not only this physical. It is far more than that, and the secret and the hidden secrets and mysteries are for each and every individual one of us to find out about through curiosity, curiosity, enthusiasm, and initiative, and wonder, awe, childlike emotions that we suppressed during growing up. But we take it forth again in a new way with our matured senses and faculties. So it is a little different than what we experienced as a child. You see, we have blended together, so you have both the older and the younger, and you are in the middle there. And also to remember that the older you become, the more secrets are revealed to you. Taken as an example from you are shown in age of 21, 28, 35, 42, and so on, 49. Every 7 years, you grow and mature into new things you are shown, right? So it is all about how we are willing to take it and how willing are we to have faith in this. For faith is not blind following of any kind in dogma. No. Faith is enlightened by knowledge, and faith is strengthened immeasurably by doing so. Because truly studying spiritual science and really absorbing it brings about certain understanding, and it allows you to bring life to your otherwise only dead sense perceptible. You infuse it with life again, because life comes from you. You infuse everything you see with life. You are there to bring life to it. And that is what I will leave you with today. May Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, Michael, angel masters of old, ancestors from every incarnation, and Godhead, seraphim, cherubim, thrones, kyriadetes, dynamis, exousiae, archai, archangels, and angels, bless, protect, guide, and love you on your amazing, unique, individual, albeit human path to further development and clearing karma and being of help and healing to this world. And may you be provided for with everything you need to survive, live, and thrive, and inspiring others so others also can inspire again. And thank you so much. See you after the weekend, I think. Goodbye.